Good evening, everyone. You're watching German Masters group match between Ken Hopper and Mushtaq Ahmed. It's right at the final stages of this match, and it does look like it's been a bit of a battle. So we've gone on air to capture this moment. One set each. Ken Hopper has just won the first frame of the third set and just needs one more frame to go through, well, to win this group match of the German Masters. Mushtaq needs to win this and the remaining frame, so Mushtaq needs 2 and Ken needs 1. Very cautious beginning in this frame. It looks as though Mushtaq has a chance here, though. Leads by 12 points. Black is in the yellow spot, so he's having to come into the bulk area to bring back one of the high colours. Good position on the pink here. Can screw back. You want to miss the blue and go off the top left cushion into the pack. Has the brown, of course, but the yellow might be a hindrance. Have to get the stun setting right, and he has. That's a great shot. Now, has he had any luck? Well, no, he hasn't. The only possible red he could try for, the one to the right of the white, into the top right-hand pocket, is blocked by the yellow. So unless he can see, he's looking at it, just the yellow seems to be in its path, so there's nothing really here. He's looking at the center pocket here. This red on the right of the white. He's got it, and he's moved the reds out, scattered them across the table, and he has the pink. Not the easiest shot, but tremendous outcome for Mushtaq Ahmed. So the yellow is on. It's the one that's the more seductive of the others. And he's got a nice position. He's controlling that white ball nicely, and he's hitting it at the right tempo. And this is vital for Mushtaq if he's going to have any part in the final deciding frame. Red into the bottom left has the blue. Red's everywhere. He's spoilt for choice. This is what is sometimes called a sweet shop situation. And you're in a shop full of sweets, and there's just, you just don't know which one to choose first. And he's having a good think about this, though. He's thinking about this next red. Now he needs to hold the white where the blue is for this red into the bottom left, and you can hold for the pink. And he's played that perfectly. He's looking if the pink will go, but because he's deciding on this red nearest to the white, I thought he was going to go for the next one along to the left, and the pink must go, but it is a very tight angle, or the red in front of it, and he's gone for the green instead, or is he? So he's not in a momentum yet. He's just finding his way with this table. Having so many choices sometimes makes it more confusing, and you don't know where to turn. You just got to focus on the next shot, and a few shots later, if you can see where the table is sending you. So red into the bottom left, has the pink now into the top center pocket. You can screw back hole for this red to the left of the white then, and it looks as though that's what he's doing. He's got a red into the middle though. He can come up for the blue. Like I say, it's just concentrating on each ball and not letting having such a good table like this hinder your break. He's decided to go for the red into the bottom middle here, and he's just held for the blue. Now he might have some trouble here. That's not a great position, to be fair. And he's looking at the pink now. He didn't go for it earlier, and it's a much more difficult position now. Yes, and he's pondering on it, and that's not a good sign. You really have to focus if he's going to take this chance, and he's gone for it, and that's a great shot. Hit it just right. Red into the bottom left has the pink again. Now he's got to be careful here that he's able to get through to the middle red in that cluster of three, or that pack of three then, or to the left of the pink. And he's not got, he didn't get great pace on that white, so he's having to hit it from further away, and it's slightly close to the cushion. Does have this red into the middle though. Should be quite straightforward. And he can move down for the black. But he's not got in a great position for the black. Is it a bit too soft? So taking on the blue, which might have been his intention anyway. But he's got to put a lot of forward pace top on the white, and he does that and goes round the table, and he's on the red again. Great shot. This is a good break. It's already at 64, and Ken Hopper needs snooker, so it looks as though we're going to go for it to a deciding frame here. And that red seals it, barring any foul on this next shot. The frame is Mushtaq Hamid's now. Be looking at a century here. 65 break so far. 51 on the table. Screwed back there on the pink into the top center. Has the red into the middle. Now has the pink. Good position. I can just roll on for the next red. That is just waiting there. In that triangle. Now he wants an angle here to get up for the final red near the black. And he's settled for a long blue, and just to stun the white across diagonally to the right towards that red. Probably go for the center pocket here. And there you go. 85 and 35 on the table, so definitely a century break is on here. And he can just roll up this red into the pocket, keep the white there, and I'll be on for the black. And then the yellow will be just waiting after just a roll up to the black again. No need for any positional play to be made, just the natural angles. And then same with the yellow. If he puts the yellow, I'll have a natural angle for the green. And that's where you'll probably just have to put a bit of top on the white in order to get to the brown, but 95, so this green for the century. The last century was made by Jasper Koosman, a 113, if I'm not mistaken, or 106. And there it is. $100 break. Oh, 98. My apologies. This is for the 100 break. Yes, and he gets it. $102. And this for 120. And this will definitely be the contender now for the high break competition in the German Masters. So if he can get 120, that'll be 10,200 to add to his earnings for this tournament. And he just misses on the pink, unfortunately, but 107 break by Mushtaq takes it to a deciding frame. Great break. So the deciding frame. Ken Hopper versus Mushtaq Hamid, a group match, the German Masters. A win for each player is vital. Ken Hopper is wading in the bottom part of the table and needs a win to give him any chance of getting to the semi-final. Mushtaq is in a good position on the table. And we can have a quick look at the table. Rafa Elhagen leads at 21 with 6 games played. And Mushtaq is second now. He's only played 4, so he's got 2 games in hand, including this one with Rafa Elhagen. And he's definitely going to get 1 point for the set he's won. So he will go to the top of the table no matter what, Mushtaq. But if he gets the win as well, that will put him in a great position for the semi-final. He's virtually assured a place. Mike Mora, Mohamed Fawzi and Jamie Anderson are in the mix as well. They're in good positions and they need wins and they are looking to try and get in that semi-final position. I'll unlock it too, and there is Ken below him with 6 points. So if he can win this and get 11 points, that will take him to 6th. And then he's got something to work with. And I hope he can scrape into the 3rd or 4th place. Mushtaq on the table. Pots of red. There's no real colour on though. Ken in a difficult position now. Good shot by Mushtaq to leave Hopper in this environment. No, and he's hit the pink, but nothing is left on, so Ken won't be too disappointed with that. This is a battle to get the first chance. Mushtaq obviously has put a few points on the table, but we're still in the early stages here. But every shot vitally important. And Chris Stedman and Mohammed Fazi have just started. Alan Lockett's to play Mike Mora very soon as well. Just waiting for the end of this match. And Jamie Anderson and Rafa Elhagen. And Jamie Anderson looks as though it's going to start as well. So some good matches on tonight. Foul there by Ken, trying to get the white back into the balk area. Chance here for Mushtaq, but it's not an easy shot. He needs to get position as well on the colour. I mean, potentially, actually, he's got the pink into the bottom centre here. So he can pot it and roll it on, and that looks a beautiful shot positionally. And it was. Positionally, it was a great shot, but he's missed the red. Chance here for Ken. Looking at Ken Hop's stats. Highest break is 72. 1450 breaks. .570 breaks. So obviously, depending on whether he's used more than one profile, based on that, he's not as experienced as a lot of the players. And you could probably start to say Ken's match play is very important in his success. Match play, as in that shot just then that he's made, Ken, just hitting the green to the left and leaving the white safe. Very cautious, not giving his opponents any opportunities, making it difficult for their opponent, as difficult as possible. Good shot by Mushtaq. Not left much of a gap for Ken to get back to the bulk. Needs to clip this red quite thin. That's nice. Obviously, there's a danger of a red popping out the pack, and one has. And the white's not got to the right cushion, which was the aim, or should be the aim. Awkward shot here for Mushtaq, even though probably a straightforward pot. There's no real position, no real colour. And he's done even better than that. He's potted it and made a beautiful screw back, and has the black into the middle with a nice angle to go into the reds. Now, this could be do or die. And even though the split was relatively nice, he's left the white on the cushion, so awkward shot again here. He can get this in though. No, he's missed it. So, opportunity for Ken here. Has a nice table. He's in the thick of it. Just needs this frame to win the match. Everything to play for now. Slightly under hit there. Black is potentially still on, but it's in that awkward position where you're having to play away from the pocket. So this needs an excellent shot. He could possibly play a shot to nothing here. And he tried the black. The pink was in the way of going safe. And even though he's missed it, he's not really left much on, although there is that red to the right of the pink, of the black spot. Again, Mushtaq's coming off the cushion. Played it soft and he's potted it. And Ken will be very disappointed by that first red. Just under hit it and left the angle for the black into the bottom left. Very awkward. And it was forced to, the temptation of taking the shot on was too much. And the majority of his efforts were concentrated on the pot rather than where the white would finish, and took a gamble, hopes that maybe it would pass the pink, but it didn't. And now Mushtaq has the table 34 points in front. Now let's get a deep screw on this blue. He's done it before in this frame with the deep screw and the red he did earlier. He's decided not to do it this time though. Just concentrating on the pot. Difference now is 39 points. This is a decent lead and gives him a good advantage. Now he's decided he's looking elsewhere. Doesn't like the look of that red. So may have made a faux pas in his choice of shot there. That's a pretty decent shot there. Obviously Ken can get back into the bulk area quite easy from this position, but Mushtaq's not left anything on. And that's can be frustrating for the opponent. So just collecting the points now, Mushtaq, and he's being cautious where needed, but Ken has matched him this match. Mushtaq slightly got the fair share of, or the first say in this frame, this final frame. Oh, and he's missed it, Ken. Complete miss, hits the pink, 6 points away. 2 Mushtaq. And a chance on the red. On the top left-hand cushion. Follow through for the black, and he's looking at if the red on the bottom left goes, but I don't think it does. Ken frustrated, and every other player would be as well. But this pressure that Mushtaq's turning the screw, denying Ken any opportunities straightforward, but Ken did have one on the red, so it's about taking the opportunity when you can and making as little mistakes as possible. But it's not over yet. Bad position there for Mushtaq. Well, he does have the red to the left of this pink spot here and into the centre. This should be quite straightforward, so still in position. Red into the centre has the blue to the top right. Requires a little bit of concentration here and execution to keep position. Those reds are slightly awkward depending what side of the table the white is on. But he's deciding on this red on the bottom left-hand cushion. Has the black now, and there's an angle to move into the reds or just to hold the position on this left side of the table and to pot the reds into the center. And where's that red going? Well, he can dink this red into the top middle, but he's going to have to put a bit of screw in it to try and get back for the black. And he's hit a cannon on a red, and that's not too bad. Could have been better though on this black, but it's potable. And Ken needs snookers. And that's it. Match over. Mushtaq takes the frame and the match, and barring any foul here. So Mushtaq takes the match. And wins that battle. Too strong for Ken, but Ken has showed great spirit and fight And I definitely think he's capable of possibly getting to the final of a tournament and possibly winning it, depending how often he plays. And I think the consistency in playing, he's got a good fighting spirit that I can feel about Ken Hopper. And obviously maybe like he's more of a match player, not a... There are players that can play good safety and good positional play, and also pot long pots and have a very high skill set. I don't think Ken's yet there in the skill set, but I think he's just about getting there. I think it's just a matter of time. And he has a good match play, but Mushtaq as well seemed to have has a good knowledge of the table. And there we go. Mushtaq concedes it, wins it. Great match. And thanks for watching. That's the end of the coverage. I have a match now, so it's the end of the broadcast. Keep practicing and see you next time.